All right, so moving on to the handle. This handle is really kind of not a good idea for this mug. It looks very thin, so if the mug were full of liquid, it would be uncomfortable to hold. So we'll go ahead and start by making a plane. You can make a cube. I'll just hold J and click and drag to snap it over by 290 degrees. We'll bring it down here, and then I'm going to make it taller. So height, middle click and drag. Let's go with 3.5, and we'll do 4. Looks like it might even be a little bit taller than that. 4.2, that should be all right. Number of divisions, we'll just drop this down to 5 by 5 to start off with. We could change the thickness. I don't think we need to because it's just going to be, we're going to have to delete faces anyway probably. So I'll just go ahead and delete some faces here out. Object mode. I'll move it over slightly. Go to face, curve it here, go to vertex, curve it here. Pull this up here maybe. This here, go to the edge here. I'm going to extrude this by holding shift, clicking and dragging. And then we'll do it again, and then we'll do it again. We'll do it 3 times. So we're going to need probably 3. I'm going to add on an edge loop. So go to insert edge loop tool. Remember that's underneath your edit mesh. I'll just slide this one up. Holding shift and control, I can slide. Go to vertex. And then go to edge here, and we'll extrude this out. Hold shift, click and drag, click and drag. Let me just flatten that by scaling it. Scale this here. We'll scale it narrower too, because it does need to be a lot narrower. Do this one here as well. Looks like it goes in kind of, but this goes up, so this is kind of a weird little shape here that goes straight across more or less. We'll pull this up, scoot this in, kind of get it to contour with that. We will scale these together, move them down. All right, so we have that shape there. Let's smooth it out and see. Turn off my wireframe unshaded so I can see it better. Oh, it looks about right. This down here might need to be slightly higher up there. It's going to have to be higher up, period, because obviously it doesn't match with the source image. So we're just going to grab this and pull this all up so it goes into the where the metal band is, because it is attached to that metal band. And then we'll need to take this here and scoot it out so we can actually see that detail on there. And okay, so that's probably all right here. Okay, so go to object mode. We want to be in object mode. We'll extrude this whole thing. So click on the extrude tool right here. If it's not on your shelf, it's under edit mesh. So click on that. You're going to push on the blue, or in this case, pull on the blue. We'll just do it a little bit, do it a little bit more, and do it a little bit again. Oh, actually, hold on. We'll do it a little bit. Press G, do it again. Press G, do it again. And then we have control edges added onto that there. Now go to object mode. Press Control 1 to isolate everything. We don't need these faces here that are embedded in the metal bands on the mug, so we're going to delete them. If you don't need them, get rid of them. It's a good rule of thumb to follow. And that looks like that's about right for the mug handle. If we need to pull these out farther, we can just pull these ends out. This is going to be a 45-degree angle, I believe. Let me do the math real quick here. It's 40 actually, I think. 360 divided by 8. It's 45, yeah, 45. Okay, so what I have to do is rotate this to 45 degrees here on X. So go, in this case, negative 45. Okay, that's weird. It went too far. It's way too far. This is not... I'll rotate it back. It looks like it's negative 25 minus 25 degrees. And that still looks wrong. Hold on a second. Let me get in here close. Yeah, it's wrong. Minus 23. Yep, minus 22. Minus 22.5. It's half of 45. I don't know why it's half of 45, but it is. Whatever. And then I'll just extrude these. We can just go to vertex here. We're not going to extrude them, but we're going to move them. We'll move them here, and then they'll go into the metal. There you go. It's pretty good. All right. And then we want to make sure it's in the middle. I don't think that it is quite in the middle. It's close. Not quite there yet. I'm lining up with this point over here, just trying to get an idea of where the middle is. Take these edges. It looks like it's pretty sharp in the we can scale them out in the source image. What? That didn't go all the way around? Oh, interior. Okay, the ones on the inside too. Double click them, holding shift, and then we can make that sharper. It's probably thicker than it is in the image. It's definitely thicker than it is in the image. And the image is very, very thin, but we don't want this to be thin anyway. And then in the last video, or the next video, we'll go in and we'll make these little brackets that hold it onto the mug.